Okay, I want to do a little video to show you these printable bearing holders for the Tumbler Model B. I had these printed at the library, and these look like this. And then I had a friend who has a liquid resin printer print these that look much nicer, but do the same thing. These were printed by the library. They're not as fancy, but they will do the job. So let me show you what we're gonna do. You're gonna install the bearing in this bearing holder, and then this has two push-in thread, forget what they're called, and basically you sandwich it together, and then you end up with something that looks like this. And in the inside, this bearing runs compared to that. So I'm gonna build up this white one and put it on the other side so you can see it. So in back, I installed the bearing, put the two screws in, screwed it together, and basically you're gonna remove this and insert it like so. And then you can put it in and then drop that one in there. So you can see they both do the same thing. They kind of ride on that shoulder where the original bearing was. There's no modification to the metal frame, and now they're both on a ball bearing, which should be a lot quieter. And I know these get really messy when you put oil on them and they spin around and they move back and forth, and then the oil runs down and it gets all dirty. So this should be a nice improvement. You're probably looking at $10 a side or a bearing, because by the time you buy the bearings and have these printed and then put it all together, it should be a pretty nice setup. I didn't put the spring on there that holds it into the bearing. Like on this side, you can see I reinstalled the spring so that it can't pop out. So unfortunately, I don't have a tub to put on top or a barrel. It's currently out in the garage spinning with rocks in it, but I wanted to show you these holders. You can go out to printables, and it's called Tumbler Model B Bearing Mod, and this is the person who you're going to look for when you do a search, and it should come up with some files that you can download and some instructions. Here's the instructions that give you the ball bearings you need, which I got off of eBay. Then there's these 3mm heat sets, which were the threaded inserts, and the 3mm shoulder bolt. And the magnet I did not do. The magnet is supposed to go in the bottom here. I'm not quite sure what purpose it's supposed to serve, but I did not do the magnet. And the other directions are here, and then here's the two file that you can get, the one body and then the hanger. Okay, that's pretty much it. Another picture basically of what I had with the bearings and the screws in the insert. It's not all that difficult as long as you can find somewhere to print the brackets. And like I said, our local library offers for you to send in the file and they'll print it for you. And it's like you pay 3 cents a gram or something like that. Very cheap. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments.